In a quiet retirement home, she was just Mrs. Thompson from room 217 and 92. She was the silent figure in the common area, always with a crossword puzzle, rarely with a visitor. The staff saw her as no trouble, a polite but distant resident. She was simply there. A sweet old lady with kind eyes who never asked for anything. During the home's annual Veterans Day event, Mrs. Thompson sat in the back, a small American flag pinned to her blue cardigan. The staff had compiled a list of veterans to honor 12 men. They thought they had everyone. They hadn't asked Mrs. Thompson. The ceremony was underway with patriotic songs and speeches when the double doors swung open. A 4-star general in full dress uniform entered, his chest a testament to a long and distinguished career. The room fell silent. His eyes scanned the crowd, bypassing the decorated veterans, and landed on Mrs. Thompson. His stern face softened. He strode directly to her, his footsteps echoing in the hushed room. As he stopped before her, Mrs. Thompson looked up, her eyes widening with tears. In a move that stunned everyone, the general snapped to attention and delivered a sharp, formal salute. "Colonel Thompson," he said, his voice thick with emotion. "It's an honor, ma'am." A wave of confusion swept the room. "Colonel?" Mrs. Thompson, with trembling hands, tried to stand. The general gently helped her up. With a strength that defied her age, she straightened and returned the salute, her form still crisp. "At ease, General," she said softly, a hint of old authority in her voice. The facility director, flustered, rushed over. "General Mitchell, we didn't know." "I think there's been some confusion. This is Mrs. Thompson." The general's gaze turned steely. "With respect, sir, this is Colonel Margaret Thompson, United States Army, retired. 32 years of service. And she saved my life in Kosovo." A collective gasp filled the room. The general turned to the audience. "In 1999, my convoy was ambushed. We were pinned down, taking casualties. Colonel Thompson was commanding a medical evacuation unit 20 miles away. Against direct orders, she flew her helicopter straight into the hot zone to get us out." He looked at her with pure admiration. "She made 4 trips into active gunfire to evacuate 16 wounded soldiers. I was on the last flight out. The pilot who was supposed to fly that mission refused, calling it a suicide run. Colonel Thompson took the controls herself." Mrs. Thompson just waved a hand. "You would have done the same, Robert. Maybe," he replied. "But you actually did it." He then listed her accomplishments. The Distinguished Service Cross, 2 Silver Stars, 4 Bronze Stars, and a Purple Heart. She had commanded field hospitals in 3 war zones and trained generations of flight medics. The room was in stunned silence. A young nursing assistant, Jennifer, blurted out, "Why didn't you tell us?" Mrs. Thompson smiled gently. "Dear, you didn't ask. It was a long time ago. I'm just an old woman now." "No, ma'am," the general said firmly. "You're a hero. And heroes don't stop being heroes just because they get old." He looked pointedly at the director. "I noticed Colonel Thompson wasn't included in your program today." The director, red-faced, stammered that they had no idea. "She shouldn't have to mention it," the general said quietly but with immense weight. "You don't just see an elderly person taking up space. You honor their history." What followed was a remarkable hour of storytelling. The general shared more about Colonel Thompson's bravery and leadership. Other residents, fellow veterans, approached her with tears in their eyes, apologizing for not knowing her story. The home's director, humbled, promised to create a new program to properly honor the histories of all their residents. After the ceremony, Jennifer approached Mrs. Thompson, full of remorse. "I'm so sorry. I walked past you every day and never really saw you." Mrs. Thompson just patted her hand. "Now you do. That's what matters." Before leaving, General Mitchell presented the colonel with a challenge coin, telling everyone, "This woman showed me what real leadership looks like." He saluted her one last time and she returned it, standing straighter than anyone had seen her in years. Later, Mrs. Thompson was back in her chair with her crossword. But she was no longer invisible. Staff and residents stopped by, not just to help, but to listen. They were finally seeing the quiet hero who had been among them all along. It's a powerful reminder that the most extraordinary people are often the quietest, and sometimes all it takes is for someone to remind us to look closer and truly see. Thank you for watching. If this story moved you, please like, share, and subscribe for more inspiring stories.